What is up, everyone? Hi, I'm Hannah, and today I'm going to be showing you what is in my cleaning caddy. I know this isn't really related to what we've been doing, but you know what? It's what I do for work, and maybe you're curious. But most importantly, back in the beginning of the year, I said I'd make a video every month this year. And it is currently June 29th and I don't have a video. So this is what you're getting this month. What's up? I'm also, as I go through this caddy, going to be kind of like ranking and telling you what I would recommend as either a homeowner or, you know, a home liver if you live in a house and you clean it sometimes or you'd like to do that. So like anybody. And if you are cleaning for a job. Okay. I'm going to start with the very most important. The one that does the most work can do the most, and if you needed one cleaning product in your whole life, what would it be? It should be Dawn dish soap. This does everything. In the beginning, I used this for mopping floors. I used it for my all-purpose spray for surfaces. I still could. Genuinely, the only reason I switched is because I wanted to be able to like smell lavender and all sorts of other smells. But I had no complaints. It cleans well. If you're gonna fill, what is this, like a 24 ounce or maybe 20 ounces, something like that. If you're gonna fill this guy with water, literally a drop of Dawn will do. Who is my favorite after the Dawn? Let's see. I'm going to give it to this degreaser. So this is the Dawn Heavy Duty Degreaser. I wish this stuff was sold in like Walmart, Target, Smith's, like your basic places, but I have to go all the way to Home Depot or Lowe's to find any. It does things that nothing else in the Walmart cleaning product aisle can do. If you've ever cleaned the tops of your kitchen cabinets, if you've ever looked up there, you might have noticed it is super dusty and sticky. All of the grime and steam and grease and everything rising from the stove. So difficult to clean unless you have this. This, you spray that down, kind of spread it out. It will take care of it in one wipe. It's insane. That being said, this can like strip the stain kind of off of certain surfaces. So yes, you need to be careful what you're using it on, but most things this is safe to use on, in my experience. I've learned not to use it on most wood, or at least seriously dilute it. This is a miracle product, in my opinion. Okay, after the Dawn degreaser, the most irreplaceable product in my bag would have to be Barkeeper's Friend. This stuff is amazing. I got these little silicone lids off of Amazon. Keeps them from spilling all over the place. So this, I believe, is oxalic acid in a powder form. Like you add water and it does that. Chemistry, I don't know. But any type of rust or hard water stain, this is what you want. Calcium buildup. If your like stainless steel pots and pans are looking very dingy, this stuff will renew it, make it look beautiful. Even on the outside of like an enamel cast iron, you know how those get kind of dirty, dingy. This will clean that up, especially in sinks, like a ceramic or porcelain kitchen sink, white one with all the little scuff marks from different dishes and like probably your utensils hitting the bottom. This will take care of those scuff marks. Yeah, this does things that nothing else in this bag can do. So they have it in a few different forms. I always get the powder just because it's cheaper, honestly, and I can just turn it into whatever I need it to be. But they do have like a squeezy cream that's already got water added, basically. I mean, I'm using this every single time I clean a sink, bathroom, kitchen, whatever. Every time I clean a tub, anything, especially around here with all the hard water stains, I'm using Barkeeper's Friend. So I'm getting the cheapest version. They also have a spray. I've been curious about the spray because it might be easier to spray on and let it sit for a bit for like shower glass doors. Oh yeah, shower glass doors, great for that. So yeah, this stuff is amazing. And though it is a powder, it is not a physical exfoliant. Like, it's not abrasive. You add water and you let it foam up and use it in that form. If you don't have Barkeeper's Friend, which again, it's so cheap and it's cheaper than what I'm about to show you, I really recommend you get Barkeeper's Friend. But sometimes if I'm out, this will also do a really great job, even with like glass shower doors and the hard water stains. It also does a great job with like soap scum, griminess in a tub, grease. If I'm cleaning like a old stove or something, this stuff is great. So this is the Soft Scrub Lemon, good for grease, hard water, soap scum. And then they have the Soft Scrub Bleach. Now, I don't use this very often unless there is a stinky smell. I'm sorry, but if there's a stinky smell, nothing will take away that smell the way bleach will. I'm just saying. It'll knock it out. And so if I see any mold, I'm bringing out the Soft Scrub Bleach. But really what I love this the most for, which I think I've given it a shout out before in a video about this. Gosh, what is that stuff called? You know how a bunch of like cabinets will, on the inside, it's like this white plastic, or even at a lot of apartments, the outside of the cabinet is this white plastic. This is fantastic for getting that stuff to look brand new again and just gorgeous. But that's really all I use this for. Also, a white kitchen sink, if it's been stained with a bunch of food mess or whatever, this can be really helpful. However, I will say I am getting curious about Ajax powder and Comet powder. I've thought about like maybe I should get those. I think it would be cheaper. Okay, so my toilet bowl cleaner. For this area, as I've said a million times, hard water stains, rust stains, it's all over the place. This is the best toilet bowl cleaner that I've used. If you have hard water stains and rust stains in your toilet, I have a lot of things to say, but what you want to look for is a toilet bowl cleaner with hydrochloric acid. You need that acid to break that stuff down. And honestly, if you really struggle with this stuff, I recommend every night you flush, put a little bit of this in the bowl, let it sit and scrub in the morning, and pretty much do that all the time. Like, it's a preventative thing. Otherwise, you're going to be scrubbing with a pumice stone, which I'll show you in a moment. But really love this stuff. Really quick, let me show you the pumice stone. Well, and I guess I'll show you everything in here. Pumice stones. I use blue rags for the kitchen, green for the bathroom, and I got these little plastic scrapers for when there's something stuck on that you'd like a scraper for. Blue for the kitchen, green for the bathroom. And then you just wash them off when you're done using them. This is a little crevice sweep. He's kind of deformed. That actually Deborah, my dad's wife, gave us for Christmas, and she had a bunch left over. It was this fun like Christmas game thing that she made. Anyways, so my crevice sweep from Christmas. These are 2 scrub brushes from Walmart. One's like a paddle brush. One is a grout brush. Can you see it? And I recently got this super cool thing. It's a little window squeegee, okay? And you can put it at different weird angles. Not that I ever have to do that. I just wanted one that could do this so that I can set it in there. All right, I'll show you my all-purpose spray. Pretty basic. I fill up one of these guys with water, and then you use whatever all-purpose concentrate you want. I've used Mr. Clean, I've used Fabuloso, I've used Lysol, I've used Pinolane or Pinolane, I don't know. Whatever you like the smell of, because quite honestly, the majority of them, they all do the same thing, okay? I have switched over to this Lysol Sparkling Lemon and Sunflower Essence because I do like the smell. And mostly I've permanently switched to this one because at Dollar Tree, they sold these teeny tiny bottles of it. So now I get the larger bottle at Walmart and I just refill. But you just get whatever smell you like, girl. They all do the same thing. Because, let me get on my soapbox real quick. Or my water tank, because this is about water. More than any of this stuff, I truly believe what is going to clean anything is water. Water is the most important part, preferably warm water, so that it can really melt whatever is on there. That's why it can be really frustrating when something is left for too long and it gets too dirty and greasy, especially something that is like wooden. Too much water will damage the wood. Obviously, it's porous, it's gonna soak in, but also we cannot get this clean without enough water. I'm just saying, there is a time where you've waited too long. It's gone too far, and at this point, we can't bring that thing back from the dead. We might be able to get all that grease off, but the cabinet fronts are going to be messed up from all that water, those floors, whatever. That's what kills me when people, we're going to get into floors here in just a second. But when people say that, don't use any water on my wood floors, number one, whatever you're using, Bona, whatever, I guarantee you there's water in there. Number two, yes, we don't want to saturate your wood floors. We don't want to leave them wet for too long. It's good to dry them up quickly. But at the end of the day, if they are truly dirty, we have got to get these things in contact with water. There's just no getting around it. We can't dry clean your floors, okay? So with that, let's get into floors. For concrete, laminate, vinyl planking, a lot of tile, I will use just that same all-purpose cleaner. And I will do like a gallon of warm water with maybe a cap full of this. You don't want to get it too sudsy. Sometimes not even a cap full, like half a cap full maybe. Again, water is what's really doing the work here. Or like I mentioned before, you can use Dawn with like genuinely a drop, because that stuff goes far. Recently, like in the past few months, I have started using this granite gold stone floor cleaner concentrate for granite floors. I want to say like travertine tile and stuff. I really like this stuff. It's not like it cleans any better than the all-purpose cleaner, but it dries so quickly, which is nice, because these are also things you don't want to like leave saturated for very long. Some floor cleaners I don't have with me that I use for wood floors would be Bona hardwood floor cleaner. The only reason I use Bona is because so many people request it. They say like, oh, I was told it's the only thing you should use on these floors from the guy that installed the floors. And it's like, yeah, because they have a contract with Bona to tell you that. You know how you get your dishwasher and it says use Cascade pods, and the same with your like laundry machine, washing machine, use Tide pods. They're in cahoots, babe. I used to use the unscented. Then I discovered they had a scented version. And ever since, I'm not so mad about it anymore. I actually do enjoy using it because it smells nice. And so I get something out of it. But even with the Bona, I still have to use a damp mop to spread it out. Like, we're doing nothing but spraying perfume on your floors otherwise and like kind of drying it up, and it's got to spread. We have to use water. It's going to be okay. We're not going to saturate your floors. Everything's going to be okay. Now, on the other hand, the Murphy's oil soap. I actually love this stuff. I only use it if a client requests that I use it. A lot of people hate this stuff. People will say, oh, it's going to make it difficult to refinish those floors because it really soaks in there. But that's like the point. So I always tell people, like, if you have really old hardwood floors maybe, or either way, if you really love your wood floors and you love the way they look, and maybe it's even a little historical to you and you want to keep them up, I recommend the Murphy's oil because it will protect them, makes them look amazing. If that's not you, that's totally fine, and use your Bona. Or I've heard good things about the Method. It's like a wood floor squirt and mop type of thing. Apparently it smells good. I really want to try it. My only thing is it's a squirt and mop, and so I don't like that. Speaking of squirt and mop, what is it called? This stuff is the worst and you should never use it, and I have to warn you. I want to say it's called Squirt and Go, Squirt and Mop, Spray Mop. Yeah, Method makes it Squirt and Mop, and that's cute and all, but what, Mop and Glow. Oh my gosh, don't you dare use Mop and Glow. Don't do it. Okay, so Mop and Glow is this, like, I guess you take a wet mop, you squirt this stuff, you mop, you go, and it glows for like the first 5 minutes. But it is just putting this sticky residue all over your floors. And it just, if that's the only thing you use, it's just building up. You're never removing it. And your floors will look darker and dingy and nasty. And you can tell in like the edges and corners, they're really dark and dingy, nasty because it's hard to get in there. If you want to polish wood, I've used Orange Glow. I like it. It smells like orange Fanta, and some people like that smell. I like the effect. I like more this, like, what is it? Gold something almond oil smell. It smells so good. I like that more, but it comes in an aerosol can. I can't easily just look and see if it's almost empty. And this is a spray bottle. I can see that I need to re-up. And so for a cleaning business, I prefer this. And I think that's it. Next month, I'm going to update you on the low buy, how that's going. Have a wonderful July 4th, and peace out.